There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always, even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games.
Apparently this is the hardest part of the game
rough
because
assemblages of found objects.
apparently what works one time doesn't work the other. My god.
And they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Oh, it's messed up.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games
It was
of its
bouncing
time.
way too high.
In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life,
I'm actually the most unlucky player on the planet. 100%.
No amount of forward progress.
Not a
is
single
guaranteed.
person more unlucky than me.
Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
Okay.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this.
I kept landing on that cushion.
I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Okay.
There's 3D models of breakfast.
Do you guys just see that?
Nexus fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on Live League.
There's no way
Facebook's got
that's
lifelike
fair.
bots
My
with
poker
unbranded
died.
adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed gifs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled,
Like,
muddled,
I had it
titled.
every time. It's just a poker.
Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight. In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things? When games were
It's
new,
not hard.
they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat. Now I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too. But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated. An orange is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice. It feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber, designer and user. You could have refused, but you didn't. There was something in you that was hidden, that chose to continue.
On to that one.
It means a lot to me that you've come this far, endured this much. Every wisecrack, every insensitivity, every
again.
setback you've forgiven me is a kingly gift that you've given me.
Dude, it's right there.
We have the same taste, you and I. It's not ambition, it's ambition's opposite. An obdurate mission to taste defeat.
I had it.
You'll feel bad if you win, so I put this snake in for you. Have you thought about who you are in this?
I
Are you the
literally had
man
it.
in the pot, Diogenes?
But
Are you his hand?
when I grabbed the
Are you
ledge,
the
it
top of
didn't
his hand?
jump.
I think not.
Okay.
Where your hand moves, the hammer may not follow. Nor the man, nor the man's hand.
Dude, I grabbed it 5 times in a
It's
row.
his will, his
It's
intent,
just not
the
grip.
embodied resolve in his uphill ascent.
Okay, you see that though?
Now, you've conquered the ice cliff, the platforms, the church, and the rectory, the living room and the factory, the playground, construction site, the granite rocks, and the lakeside. You've learned to hike. There's no way left to go but up, and in a moment I'll shut up. But let me say, I'm glad you came. I dedicate this game to you, the one who
Your
came
bounce too
this
far.
far. I give it to you with all my love.
Oh, I'm fucked. I didn't think I'd make it. It might be PB, but it's not sub 10. I screwed up. Where did I screw up? I fucked the pogo. That's literally it. I think if I got the pogo, I did the cliff maybe a little faster, I would have got sub 10. Dude, it's always one thing. Like that pogo fuck up was actually BS. I don't know where the mouse like recording just doesn't work. I don't know, mate. I do the same pogo each time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's so unlucky.
I'm going
It's even sadder because I think it might be PB. But it's not gonna be sub 10.
And I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going where the chill wind never blows. Lord, I'm going where that chill wind never blows. I'm going where that chill wind never blows. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going where the climate suits my cauldron. I'm going where my cauldron's never cold. I'm going where the climate suits my cauldron. I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going down this road feeling bad. Lord, I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad.
One day I'll get sub 10, dude.
And I ain't gonna be treated this way.
Show me the 10-10. My god, I actually got it. I don't know how that was a sub 10. I'm so happy though. Holy shit. Yeah, I actually don't know how that was a sub 10. I was trying to keep track of the dialogue of Benefati. And it didn't seem like that. I guess I messed up a lot on the last leg of the run on my PB, my last PB. Because there's 10-19 for my last PB. Alright, well there you go. Sub 10. You guys got to hear me. You guys got to hear me rage at the end there. Holy shit. I was getting tilted. I really wanted to get that sub 10 before I went to bed. Alright, well, let's keep Boley. There's my rage-filled sub 10 on getting over it with Benefati. Oh my god, I'm so happy I got that though. I don't think I'm gonna get too much lower than that. Alright, thanks so much for watching.